At the end of World War II, a new country that the world would know as North Korea was birthed. The new state was infused at conception with a dangerous ideological cocktail of authoritarianism, nationalism, and militarism. Just 5 years after taking power, Kim Il-sung attacked the South in an attempt to reunify Korea by force. Conflict engulfed the peninsula for 3 years, costing the lives of millions of people. After fighting to a draw, the regime focused its attention back inside the country. Extreme socialist ideology drove the government towards total control of the economy and society, with cradle-to-grave propaganda designed to secure the people's loyalty, and even the slightest flicker of dissent crushed with brutal repression. In the South, students were able to rise up and force the dictatorial Syngman Rhee out of power. The South Korean people struggled with authoritarian leaders for decades, finally achieving democracy in the 1980s. But even as South Korea rose to become an innovation powerhouse, North Korea's leaders clung to their ideologies and created the most closed information environment on the planet, isolating their people from the progress happening beyond their borders. Pyongyang's nuclear tests and threats to the outside world always grab the media's attention, but it's the North Korean people who face the biggest threat of all. In the 1990s, North Korea's socialist economy collapsed, triggering a devastating famine that changed the relationship between the government and the people forever. The North Korean people had to get creative to survive, so they took the economy into their own hands and started trading in new markets known as Jangmadang. As people started to move within the country and across the border into China, the Jangmadang became a place of exchange for new information and ideas, as well as technologies that accelerated the erosion of the regime's ideologies. Despite the ever-present threat of brutal repression, the North Korean people were starting to break the rules and open up their country from the inside. And the generation that grew up through this time of turbulence is now emerging as the greatest force of change that North Korea has ever seen.